35 years ago, Nintendo had an idea to release a little game called The Legend of Zelda. And seeing as how it's now 35 years since little green dude has graced our screen, I thought it'd be a good time to look at some of the weirdest moments within the Zelda series. I have 10 weird moments that have happened in Zelda, and I'd like to share them with each and every one of you now.
I love that little green dude, Zelda.
Yeah, she's the best. He's the best?
They're the best.
They're the best. They're elves. It doesn't matter. They're not real. Okay, the very first...
What?
Huh?
Yep.
Yep. Right after this is... I don't know why I said that. Well, I do know why I said that, but you don't know why I said that, so it's going to be a mystery for all time.
Mysterious.
I just opened this image, and I'm not a big Zelda fan.
Yep.
I haven't played many of these games. What am I looking at?
You are looking at...
Can I try and say this?
Yep.
Ukuku?
Ukuku. Yep, that's right. Don't have anything to say. Braden, just bring it up on the screen.
We might get banned off Twitch.
Yeah, we probably will. Bring it up. This thing.
Whoa!
This thing was in Twilight Princess, and I think maybe Skyward Sword. It was her looking for its eggs, and you had to help find its eggs as a side quest. And the comment I've got written here is just purely, I mean, look at this shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
What?
So that's the number 10 weirdest thing in the Legend of Zelda series.
This is number 10?
Yeah.
It looks like the alien from Alien Nation.
Yeah. I like its nipple rings.
It's got, but like,
Oh my god, I didn't notice it had breasts.
So it's got these breast nipple ring things, but then there's also smaller ones of it going up its neck.
Oh, it's got to feed its young, Braden.
Oh, it's got neck boobs.
What the shit? Oh
my
god.
That moves around in the game.
But then it kind of looks like Christopher Walken as well.
I don't want to see it move.
No, you don't. And it talks English as well, which is even scary, like proper English.
Do you reckon it bobs its head?
That's the worst.
Is it quite so?
Okay, number 9, weirdest thing that happened in the Legend of Zelda series. During an interview with Game Informer, Shigeru Miyamoto and the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild producer Eiji Aonuma were asked to field 51 questions delivered in rapid succession. Among them was a simple inquiry regarding Link's last name. According to Miyamoto, it's Link.
Is that his only name?
No. So his name is Link, like Mario.
Can't he just be like Link, like Teller?
They later clarified that Link isn't human, so he doesn't have to have a last name, but they said it just for a chuckle, because that's what Miyamoto does.
Yeah, screw
What's his
you,
first name?
Madonna.
Link. What's his last name?
Human.
Link.
Then number 8. I don't have the numbers here, so, if I get lost, too bad. The CDI Games. The Philips CDI. So Philips secured the rights to use Nintendo characters in CDI Games. These action-adventure games based on Nintendo's Legend of Zelda franchise were published by Philips Interactive for the company's compact disc interactive players. Link, the Faces of Evil, and Zelda, The Wand of Gamelon were developed by Animation Magic and released simultaneously on October 10th, 1993. We can see some of the cutscenes on screen now.
Why does he look like bad anime porn?
They were... So, on Philips' assistance, the games featured CDI's... on Philips' insistence, the games featured the CDI's capabilities, including FMV cinematics, which is what we can see now.
I'm not going to call that full motion video, man.
A third game, Zelda's Adventure, was developed by Viridis, and released on June 5th, 1994. You know what the worst thing about these games is? The absolute thing that kills me about them?
The thing that I complain about the most, where the things that are the shittest are worth the most amount of money?
Correct. They're about $300 to $500 each.
Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
that. If you're paying that, you're an idiot.
What just happened?
I'm going to be an idiot.
Yeah. Are you really? Would you do that? Look at this.
I will purchase these games.
You would look at this and it would make you physically ill.
No,
I don't actually mean you're an idiot.
No, I'm an idiot. No, that's fair.
It bugs me that the worst things are always worth the most amount of money.
Because they have low print runs, and because they have low
very
print
good
runs.
reason, because no one was going to buy them.
And this isn't even in the official Zelda canon.
Look, I think we broke Braden.
Yeah.
This looks like someone made a dumb meme in Paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is terrible. The animation, why are they trying to make it look so
You
smooth?
can't even hear the voice acting.
Oh, I don't
That is
want
even
to.
worse.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably not good enough to call it voice acting.
Yeah, true.
I think one of the lines is Link at the start going, "Oh man, I'm so bored," and then
I'm turning this on.
and then the king says, Oh, well, you should be thankful that Ganon and we've got such peace here and Ganon's no longer running around. And he goes, I wonder what Ganon's up to. And it sounds like I'm putting that on, but I'm not putting on. Oh, this is the FMVs for the Zelda game. Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a piece of rubbish.
It's a good time for Zelda. Good time for everyone having a good time.
Rubbo.
Speaking of good times... There's a little elf who has a really good time, and his name is Mr. Tingle. Mr. Tingle, I fell in love with Mr. Tingle in Majora's Mask. Basically, Mr. Tingle is a 30-year-old man who dresses up in green tights because he believes he's a fairy and spends his day dancing around.
I think I met him.
It's me. I'm Mr. Tingle.
No, I was at a night in town. I was at Mary's.
Yeah, sure. So he's just a 35-year-old dude who likes to think he's a fairy. And I remember laughing my ass off playing Majora's Mask, and you go and talk to him, and he goes, "Oh, a little bit of Tingle magic," and he goes, "Wah, wah, 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 wah," and throws glitter in the air, and then just stands there staring at you.
Has he got a goatee as well?
Yeah.
I love this guy.
He even got, as Spaguli dude saying, he's even got his own spin-offs. I got one from Japan when I was over there last time.
Get out of town.
Yeah, there's an RPG and there's a coin collection game. He's great, Mr. Tingle.
That's funny.
Weird as hell.
There he is.
There he is. He threw his glitter. And then he's just going to stand there looking at you. Next, the fairies in Ocarina of Time. So the great fairies in the Zelda games are very powerful beings that help Link on his journey by giving him more power. When you go into the Ocarina of Time and summon these fairies playing Zelda's Lullaby, they burst out of a little fountain. And I don't know about anyone else, but when I was a young youth and this popped up on my screen, I was afraid my parents were going to walk in.
What?
And see your predicament?
Sorry? What, Nintendo?
Yep.
What?
Yep, that's happening.
It looks like a naked Thundercat.
They're even more pronounced than Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Yep. And wait until they cast the spell. Here you go. They're casting a spell.
In Downward Dog?
Jesus.
So
Okay.
sorry, for the podcast listeners, she's casting a spell while doing what appears to be a yoga pose.
For the podcast listeners, imagine a fan art of Poison Ivy from DC Comics, but they've done it so it looks like Tomb Raider on the PS1. Sized everything up by about 40 because she's like 30 feet tall, she's floating in the air in doggy style.
And look how her legs are moving. And it's super suggestive. And I've always felt really awkward and worried that, as I said, my parents were going to walk in while I was playing this.
You feel really awkward. I'm going to have to somehow explain how, as a 40-year-old man, that's going to creep into my thoughts at some point in time.
Do we count as Twitch hot tub streamers now?
Yep. So Majora's Mask. Who's played Majora's Mask?
Nope.
No? Braden?
Nah.
Okay, so there's a really cool side quest at Romani Ranch where Romani will ask you on the first day to help her fight off the ghosts that will come to invade the ranch and steal her cows. We can see on the screen here those ghosts arriving. If you stick around for the ghosts to arrive, you'll find that these ghosts are actually aliens. And what you have to do is shoot, you have to stay there until dawn, guarding Romani Ranch and the houses from the ghosts. And they're basically aliens who have come down, and you have to shoot them with your arrow and prevent them from getting into the house and stealing everything.
You know how cool, what it would be cool if when the aliens look like Crypto from Destroy All Humans, and then in Destroy All Humans you had to go down and get a ranch and there was just like some dude in green.
Yeah. But yeah, this was freaky as hell when I was playing it. We can actually see the Nintendo 64 footage here. It's got really atmospheric music as well. It's like, and they make this really creepy sounds. It's really, it's tough. It's weird.
How good is it how music can really, like, watching this, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. But you can just imagine that if you have creepy music on there.
Yep.
No.
It gets even creepier should you fail to stop the ghosts or aliens from reaching the barn. They take the cows and Romani as well. If you come back to Romani Ranch on the third day, you'll see that Romani is back, but something is off about her. She seems a bit spaced out and not all that present.
Being lobotomized and is walking funny?
Yep, pretty much. Okay, I've forgotten what number we're up to, but I am Error from The Adventure of Link.
This is 4.
On the whole, the inhabitants of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, were all strange. Some healed Link's wounds by inviting him into their house, like the Great Fairy. Some old men gave him magic spells, and others just said that they knew nothing. Error plays a larger role in the game later on, But that is one hell of an introduction to live down. What have I written here? I can't even. Anyway, you walk in and this man just says, "I am Error," and you think it's a computer glitch, but his name is actually Error, and he comes into play later in the game.
Just imagine his voice. I am Error.
Yep, there you go.
I am Error. Whoops.
And I bet someone was super proud of themselves when they were like, "Yeah, this fantasy name. Oh, it's Error."
Yeah,
everyone just goes.
That's exactly what it would have been too.
Oh,
Error.
Man, what's his name? Oh, it's Error.
But it would be like
E-Roar. E-Roar. Oh, man.
Anyway.
No context in text.
Number 2 of the weirdest thing about
Number
the Legend of Zelda. Is it 3?
Yep.
Oh, shit, it is 2. Holy crap, we are running over time. The horse God. In Breath of the Wild, if your favourite horsey friend perishes along the way, you can go forth to the Great Fairy.
To a fourth Great Fairy.
To a fourth Great Fairy, sorry. I should slow down my reading. However, this one does not spawn into a giant lady who has never heard of the Me Too movement, but rather a skeletal form covered with various horse-like clothing. It grants your horse back to you. The name of this fairy is Melania, who will help revive Link's killed horses, and then jokes about eating Link because of it.
Weird.
Yeah, really freaky. There's a lot of freaky stuff in Breath of the Wild if you actually look into it. But yeah, floating hands. And...
I don't think I ever came across this person.
Yeah, there you go. Next.
Number 2.
Moving along, number 2. The whole entire goddamn timeline of...
Is there... I didn't think there... I've heard...
Originally, there wasn't.
Have people tried to retcon like a timeline?
Yeah, basically, every Zelda game, when they originally made them... This is for you, Braden, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Whenever they made a Zelda game, it was just like, no, there is no timeline. It's just... Zelda game happens, that's it. Zelda game happens, that's it. They don't tie together.
Yeah, they're like Far Cry's.
Yeah, it's different each time. Then they brought out the Hyrule Historia and went, no, there is a timeline. And it's not just 2 timelines. It's at Ocarina of Time, where they start messing around with time travel, it splits into 3 timelines. One where Link goes forth into the future, kills Ganon, comes back, lives happily ever after. One where Link goes into the future, Ganon kills him, and the Dark Times ascend. And then the 3rd timeline, where Link goes back and goes to the future, but never returns. So there's 3 separate alternate realities, and there's games that go along the way. Now, Breath of the Wild, when you play it, there's links to all games that come before it. They set Breath of the Wild way into the future to sort of like skirt around those issues. And the theory is that eventually it'll all come back in. I really want to see like a Zelda game where you go through playing different links on a mission, so like Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse type thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What was that? Shattered Dimensions?
Yeah, Spider-Man
like
one.
That.
Yeah, so basically the Hyrule Historia is where they first announced the timeline, and then there was an art book, and then there was a 3rd book where they had an updated timeline because, and I quote, because I muttered fuck off under my breath when I saw this, some more information's come out about the timelines, and we've corrected where some of the games lie. It's like, no, you're just making stuff up, and because you put it in print, you can't retcon it. Okay.
Idiots.
All right, do we want to know...
I'm gonna link this video in chat, because if anyone hasn't seen it, I do recommend it.
What is that guy's name?
Brian David Gilbert.
BDG.
He's a very funny man.
Yeah, I think you've shown me a clip of him before.
Number
1.
The number one weird thing in the entire Zelda franchise is the Elegy of Emptiness from, again, Majora's Mask. Now, when Link plays the song Elegy of Emptiness on his ocarina in Majora's Mask, he can create a statue of his current form.
That's cool.
This is handy for puzzles and dungeons that require him to be in 2 places at once.
Is there like platforms that you have to stand on and stuff like that?
Yeah, so if you're a Deku Link, you create a Deku. If you're a Zora Link, you create a Zora. If you are Human Link or Humanoid Link, you create this abomination.
Whoa!
Oh, that was not what I was expecting.
Why did Link become a me?
What?
What is that with those eyes?
Yep.
They knew what they were doing with that slow pan up him. Oh my god.
Yeah, they gotta like watch people get freaked out by this scary piece of shit.
What is this game?
Oh, he's helping you.
Was that a fish that has a skull?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, that's Link's thing. And have you ever heard of the creepypasta called Ben?
No.
Hey, hang on, is this when you out yourself as like some kind of weird alter ego?
No. So it's a creepypasta, very, very old, but yeah, it's based on a story that someone's made up on this game, like a haunted cart. And the eulogy character just keeps appearing in the game whenever he goes back to make it, and it warps the game, and then it slowly comes out. Yeah, Ben Drowned, that's what it is. Yeah, it's
it's like
it's fun time. But
the Grudge version.
Yeah,